You know, sometimes life hits you with these moments where you're exhausted, overwhelmed, stretched thin, and you catch yourself thinking, why is everything so hard? And I want you to pause, take a breath, and remember something powerful. What a privilege to be. Think about that for a second. What a privilege to wake up tired, because there is a life you're living. What a privilege to have responsibilities, because they mean you matter. What a privilege to feel pressure, because it means you're needed. What a privilege to grow, because once growth was just a dream written in a notebook somewhere. We forget this. We forget that the things draining us today are often the exact things we once begged for. You prayed for that job. You wanted that business. You asked for that chance, that opportunity, that door to open. You envisioned it, manifested it, dreamed of it. And now you're living inside the reality you once hoped for. So yeah, sometimes it's tiring, sometimes it's heavy, but what a privilege to be tired because life said yes to you. Let's break this down. You know those mornings when you don't want to get out of bed? Alarm goes off, and your first words are basically, no! But remember when you were sending out resumes? Remember checking your email every 5 minutes just hoping someone would give you a shot? Remember the interviews, the waiting, the anxiety? Now you wake up annoyed because you have somewhere to go. What a privilege. The stress that comes with responsibility is a sign of answered prayers. Let's talk about being tired from working out. People say, ugh, I'm exhausted. My legs hurt. I don't want to go today. But you know what? Some people would give anything for the chance to feel that soreness, to feel their heart beating fast because they're alive, not because of fear or survival. To push themselves, not because life forced them to, but because they get to choose growth. You get to move. You get to sweat. You get to build a body that carries you. What a privilege. You ever realize how the problems you have today are so much better than the ones you had 5 years ago? 5 years ago, you wanted clarity. Now you want balance. 5 years ago, you wanted opportunity. Now you want boundaries. 5 years ago, you wanted growth. Now you're asking for peace while growing. You used to dream of becoming this version of you. And now you get to manage the life you built. That's not stress, that's evolution. And this is my favorite part. Some of the challenges you're facing today, you created them on purpose. You signed up for them. You chose them. You said, yes, I want this, I want more. You started the business, you moved to a new country, you ended the relationships that weren't serving you. You went after the promotion, the dream, the opportunity. The universe said, okay, here you go. And now you're wrestling with blessings. What a privilege. The challenge doesn't mean you're failing. The challenge is the sign that you're alive, awake, expanding, becoming. Here's something people don't talk about enough. The pressure you feel? It exists because you care. People who don't care don't feel pressure. You feel it because you show up. You feel it because you want to do things right. You feel it because you take your life seriously. You feel it because your dreams don't let you sit still. And that's beautiful. What a privilege to care so much that you stretch yourself. You're tired? Good. You're in motion. You're building. You're healing. You're learning. You're changing direction. You're carrying responsibility. You're becoming someone your past self would be proud of. There are people who pray for the chance to feel this kind of tired, the tired that comes from living, not surviving. What a privilege. We spend so much time chasing the next thing, the next milestone, next goal, next achievement, that we completely miss the miracle of what we're standing in right now. You are living inside a chapter you once wanted so badly. And yes, this chapter comes with challenges. But challenges aren't punishment. Challenges are participation. They mean you're in the game. So when things get hard, when you feel overwhelmed, when you want to quit, pause. Look around. And remind yourself, what a privilege to be exactly where you are. Here's the truth. You're doing better than you think you are. You've survived things that once felt impossible. You've grown through seasons that would have broken the person you used to be. You've handled, adapted, learned, and outgrown versions of yourself over and over again. Give yourself some credit. What a privilege to be a work in progress. What a privilege to get another chance. What a privilege to not have everything figured out, yet still wake up and try again. You get one life. One. And somehow, you get to live it right now.